Hey guys, it's 5 here with episode number 24 of the West Ham Criminal on EAFC 24. Today's episode, kicking it off in the January transfer window. Signing a backup to the backup, a third choice goalkeeper, Fraser Forster. Free transfer, simple as, get him in, move on. So we lost Said Ben Rama and we lost Keylor Navas in the previous episode. We have a nice hefty chunk of change to spend this January, but we're kicking it off taking on bottom of the league Southampton, and they don't get off to the best of starts. Red card in the opening 3 minutes. Obviously if it was a penalty it wouldn't have been a red card, it would have only been a yellow, but because it wasn't, it was outside the box, and we have not scored a free kick with James Ward-Prowse yet. Against his old team, seemed like it could have been the perfect opportunity to do so, but not quite. But now, top of the league, against bottom of the league, they've got 10 men for the majority of the game. We should be able to see this one out quite comfortably. And the first of which is going to come pretty early doors, just 12 minutes in. Costa, he is the top goal scorer in the league so far this season. He is continuing to just pull away, really. But this is matchday number 19, so this is the exact halfway point of the league. We are top of the league come to matchday 19. Well, it's not finished yet, but I think even if we lose, we should be top of the table. So, at the exact halfway point of the Premier League, we are in first position. Will we be here in another 19 match days? Time will tell, but it would be very nice if we were. But an incredible goal by Alcaraz in the 36th minute gets Southampton back onto level terms and puts a bit of a spanner into the works for us, really. You know, we shouldn't really be conceding to bottom of the league, let alone bottom of the league with 10 men. But instantly back in front, Tammy Abraham's having none of it. He knows just how close, well, not close, but he knows just how good we can be. And, you know, he is the focal point in this team. He is the goal scorer, the main man. Without him, we wouldn't have even threatened to get Europa League last year. This year, he's not quite scored as much, but he's still banged in quite a few. And obviously, he's been rotated more with Wilson and Archer now at the club. But we go and concede again from a free kick. 2 crosses we have conceded from. And obviously they've got that big man up top. I think he's bigger than Tammy, 6'6", 6'7" maybe, their striker. Just can't do anything against that, and we've at a little bit of a threat here because with 22 minutes remaining, they are proper on us. We have to come back. We have to just take it on the chin, move on, and give us some of our own shots. As Costa, he's quicker than their back line. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He's on his preferred left foot, and he puts it past the keeper. His second of the game. 3-2. Back in front for the 3rd time on the night. And we just got to hope that we can hold on to this one, because even a draw is embarrassing for first place against last place, when they've had 10 men for 88 minutes of the game. So we just got to hold on. It's still quite embarrassing that we didn't put them away in the first half, but some great saves from Georgie's kept us in it. Costa's got 2 to help us through it, and obviously Tammy with the 1 and the assist. So we should be able to see through, and then bang, 5 minutes left in the game. Callum Wilson puts us to... Well, he reassures us, you know, he's like, don't worry boys, I'll come off the bench, I'll score some goals, get us through, bish bash bosh, 4-2, 3 points for us, a little bit shaky, but in the end, we did win it quite comfortably. Next up is a big one. Previous episode we messed up by giving Maddison that free kick. We are not going to do that again. We are not going to let them mess us about for the however many times. We were 3-1 up last season. We lost 4-3. I think we were 2-0 down. We got it back to 2-2. We lost 3-2 in the last minute against them. We obviously conceded that goal to Maddison in the previous episode here. 4 minutes in, Kulusevski goes, nah, you will always be the little bitch. No, we're not taking that from Spurs. Of all teams, we're not taking that from Spurs. Mavropanos rises highest and Costa gets us on the break. He sees his main man in the middle. He plays it out wide instead of through the middle, and it works really nicely. Kudus gets the better of Porro, holds him off brilliantly, and he strikes it past the keeper. 1-1. Just got to, be clever. He's pointing to his brain, his footballing intelligence. And it's 1-1. But we're still in the first half. Still early doors in the first half, so anything can happen as Solomon looks to get the better of Wan-Bissaka, and he does so quite nicely. Lays it off to Maddison, the goal scorer from the previous tie. Ryan Sessegnon, and they just can't find a space because we are defending so well. And we nick back the ball. And another counter is on. This time on the opposite side. And this time Jarrod Bowen just bodies Upamecano. Gets the ball back off of him. 1-on-1 with Vicario, and yeah, you thought we were going to score there. No, not quite. He's a player who's maybe not been as good this season as Jarrod Bowen. He's obviously contributed to a few goals, but Kudus, Tammy, Costa have all been the main men in the attack. Even Willy Gnonto has been brilliant. So Jarrod Bowen, yeah, he's the captain, but he needs to step up a little bit. If he wants to keep his space, definitely needs to step up. But what a through ball from Kieran Tierney. Just rides along the line. It doesn't go out. It just rides along. Kudus gets on the end of it. He finds Tammy. Tammy finds Jarrod, and he just heard what I said. And he puts us 2-1 to the good just before half-time. And there's a real chance now we could potentially be beating Spurs and taking home all 3 points against Spurs for the first time in the 4th attempt at playing them. Here, Kudus looking to get a third here as he plays it inside to Tammy. Dribbles past two, just the power behind that. He's still got a bit of that Chelsea in him. He's still got the West Ham in him, but he's got a bit of the Chelsea in him. He hates Spurs, and he wants to beat them. And he's going to look to just add to it here, just not giving up, just driving towards the goal. Won't let anyone tackle him, pushing them all off. Doesn't quite work out that way, but it just keeps going, keep repeating, keep going. And we win the game. 2-1. 3 points to West Ham. And we kick off our year pretty damn good. A win against Southampton on New Year's Day. But we beat Spurs for the first time a couple of days later. But obviously the January window is a time for transfers mainly. As we get an offer there for Willy Gnonto, it was from Chelsea. They are below us in the table. They also don't have European football. And obviously we're first place, looking like we could get Champions League. So I think realistically he would stay with us if that offer came in. If you don't think so, we'll look to sell him in the next episode, because we are still just going to be about halfway through the January window at the end of this episode. So yeah, if you don't like that, we'll move on and we'll look to sell him somewhere else. But our first game in the FA Cup this season, thankfully the ties have been nice to us, because last year our first game in the FA Cup, it was the debut of Keylor Navas, and it was also the game against Brentford. We were 2-1 up, 89th minute, we lost 3-2 in the 92nd minute, 91st minute. But yeah, here we've got Wrexham, 4th tier, should be a team we will be beating. Obviously, you remember the game against Everton with the second team, we smashed them. Should be doing the same here against Wrexham. Obviously, they play a 5-back, is a bit more defensive, but Cameron Archer, he's taken that Carabao Cup form into the FA Cup as he scores again here today. I wonder what the record is for the most cup goals in one season, because Cameron Archer could definitely break it. If we get far in both competitions, he could definitely break it here. Nicks the ball off the defender. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. He's looking to get his second of the game. A couple of stepovers before. Doesn't go far post. He goes near post. Catches the keeper off guard. 3-0 to West Ham. And that is pretty much us through to the next round of the FA Cup. Obviously, we're in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. That's against United. That's going to be in the next episode. But that is us through, basically. Final few seconds counting down. Will there be a last-minute goal? Yes, there will. Cameron Archer plays it into Irving. One of the players who's only featured maybe 2 or 3 times this season grabs himself a goal, which is nice to see. But yeah, that is us through to the next round of the FA Cup. If we could do a domestic cup double for the year where we're not in Europe, that would be insane. But 4-0, we go through. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.